Feedback's been great so far. We've had quite an early stage time, but so far we've had a really good crowd in. It's been really busy. We've been making a point of going down to the merch stall afterwards, and there's been a good few folks saying they've enjoyed it. We've been signing things and meeting people. It's been really good so far, yeah. This is our first proper tour, so we're just starting to get into the swing of it now. Getting used to playing bigger audiences, having to make the crowd work because we were on the first and it's really early, so it's been really good practice for our stagecraft.
We've had a lot of sort of different reactions. I mean, we read a review a couple of days ago that they said we sound like a bit like Kiss, and other folks said it was, a bit like Motley Crue.
Someone said wine tea.
Wine tea. We get quite a lot of sort of different comparisons. Yeah. So I think it's good, but to have so many because you've got your own sort of sound, but with all these different influences, people can sort of hear a bit of what they like. So it does us quite well. We've been called metal, punk, rock as well. So it's quite good to be quite diverse. I think we're working on getting our sound.
We recorded the album at the end of last year with Chris Sangarides, who's done, Painkiller, Judas Priest. He's worked with Girls' School, Rock Goddess, Gary Moore, Thin Lizzy. And it's kind of similar to our first album, but we've kind of moved on a little bit, and it's a bit more, maybe slightly heavier in some spots.
It sounds quite brutal or quite, we're quite angry, quite punchy, because we've got sort of certain titles. What was it, like Shoot from the Hip and Son of a Gun and Bull by the Horn. So it's quite yeah. So we wanted to give it a bit more of a kick. Your Zeppelins, your Priests, your DCs, we always grew up on that kind of diet of rock and roll, pure rock and roll. I think it's, but at the same time we listen to new music as well, like Rival Sons and things like that, and also punk, gone through the late 80s electro. We like all kind of different sorts, but I think it is mainly sort of the classic rock that we sort of grew up on and loved and worshipped and tried to emulate.
As much as possible, punting the album to everyone, getting further afield, out into Europe. We've got a few gigs in the Netherlands and then France and then Belgium. So just doing more of that, and hopefully start working on some new material and some new stage shows and stuff like that.